Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Browns Steelers going up against Jones's Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On second down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Coleman now. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now Ryan on second down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Daniel McCullers getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
As possession changes hands here, I get to talk to you about the Super Bowl. It's New England and Philly, a repeat of Super Bowl 39, although that one was in Jacksonville. This one, of course, in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really changes is the weather. But this one's in a dome. So I don't think that that's a real issue for them at all. But guess what? New England has the same coach and the same quarterback. That's a big advantage for the Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Philly, everything's new, including a quarterback in Nick Foles that they didn't think would be there right now.
And I'm not sure Nick Foles thought he would be there at that point. But remember, he's been to the Pro Bowl before, been to the playoffs.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. He may be all of that. I still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my #1 target.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you're in the Super Bowl. You're playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Get up! There we go. Twist. Let's go. Gun. Wait. On.
They snap it at one. Now Ryan. He finds Coleman. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now, he had a good amount of time to throw there, and at his level, he's going to pick you apart if you get
Your urgency, whether you're blitzing, bringing extra pressure, or just your normal amount at him, you've got to get home, because if you don't, he picks up a first down just about every time, as he did there.
Now the Steelers put a The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. This is Coleman. And a short gain down to about the 33. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3rd and 4.
21.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Coleman. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be smart.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is taken at his 4. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
It's caught. Jones. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They will run again with Coleman. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. Spinning away. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 7 yards to go on second down. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Flushed out right. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Hey, let's go. 51.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ready. 54.
Slot man moves right. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time at the 41-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now they try the right side here. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
21.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return comes to a halt